mathematics is created by consciousness, and therefore I cannot explain consciousness with mathematics. How can you explain? When it's consciousness that created math? When can you explain free will with something that doesn't have free will? You see, it's foolish to think that, that you can explain, more with less. But
gratitude.
Reddit, run.
Who was never seen laughing, and who had given himself the
smartest person in the room. The smartest person in the room. Then you are in the wrong. There is a life force within your soul. Seek that life. There is a gem in the mountain of your body. Seek that mine. O traveler, if you are in search of that, don't look outside. Look inside yourself. Let go of your mind, and then be mindful. Close your ears and listen. Your anxiety is because of your desire for harmony. Seek disharmony, then you will gain peace. Let go of your mind, and then be mindful. Close your ears.
Gratitude.
Want to live, but do you know how to live? You are scared of. Want to live, but do you know how to live? You are.
You told me.
Even the noble ones, even the noble ones, even the secret ones, even the noble ones, even the secret ones, even the ones you tell yourself are harmless. The desire to be understood, the desire to be admired, the desire to be loved without condition. These are the softest chains and the strongest. They wrap themselves in the language of virtue, but they are chains all the same. Understand this. You owe no man your soul. You owe no audience your truth. You owe no lover your surrender. You owe only one thing, to walk the way. Detach from all desires. When you do, you will walk through fire and not be burned. You will pass through storms and remain unshaken. You will lose the world and gain yourself. The blade that cuts cleanest. You will see them all around you, men You will see them all around you, men begging for attention, clawing.
There's your open emotion. Start with something nice and easy, but there's your open emotion. Start with something nice and easy.
Napoleon warned, the real tyrant does not chain your body.
Men are driven by two things. Men are driven by two things, fear and self-interest.
Said, you must not fight too often with one end. Napoleon Napoleon warned, the real tyrant does not change. Napoleon warned, the real tyrant does not.
Reading suggests. The problems I've outlined are the features of a civilization in transition. Every solution creates new problems I've outlined are the features of a civilization in transition.
There is an object hidden in the
If the truth shall kill them, if the truth shall kill them, let them die.
Or instead of calling people bad, wrong, or evil.
Man becomes soft when his days know no struggle. Man becomes soft when his days know no struggle and his hand.
There is a verse in the Avadhut Gita that most people would find impossible to believe. There is a verse in the Avadhut Gita that most people would find.
Let me fall. Let me fall, if I must fall. The world may laugh at you.
You Jews should have fasted then, when drunkenness was doing those terrible things to you. You Jews should have fasted then.
A dark mirror of the tree of life, where the tree of life
What a strange gift it is to hit rock bottom. What a strange gift it is to hit rock.
Before you came to Earth, you signed a contract, and that contract stated everything. So the parents that gave you trauma, you chose that. Those parents that were emotionally unavailable because they were there to teach you how to love yourself. You may have chose an environment that was unsafe to grow up in so that you could find safety within yourself. And you may have chose friends that were mean to you so that you could have self-confidence. And by going through these processes, what it ultimately allows your soul to do is to evolve and ascend. The whole point of your soul is to learn, grow. Before you came to Earth, you signed a contract.
The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. To be conquered by yourself is of all things most shameful and vile. You think your enemy is out there? No. Your enemy is your own lack of discipline. It is your desire for comfort. It is your inability to control your temper. Until you rule your own mind, you are nothing but a slave to your own impulses. A king who cannot command himself is merely a beggar in a crown. The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself.
The path that leads to truth is littered with bodies of the ignorant. In time, all things work to your advantage when you pursue them.
They feared me because I was a man who refused to lose. In over 100 battles, I was never defeated, not once. At Uhud, I outmaneuvered thousands with a single strike. At Yarmouk, my cavalry broke an empire 4 times our size. Then when my sword shattered in my hand, I fought on with 9 more until victory was mine. But here's the truth. It wasn't strength that made me unstoppable. It was will. I never surrendered to fear, to doubt, or to comfort. That is why the world still remembers the name Khalid ibn al-Walid, the man who turned struggle into glory and became the sword of Allah. And you, if hardship comes, will you break, or will you sharpen yourself in the fire until nothing in this world can defeat you? They feared me because I was a man who refused to lose.
The path that leads to truth is littered with bodies of the ignorant. In time, all things work to your advantage when you pursue them with an open heart. Those who can't be alone, can't be honest, can't be loyal, and can't be anything. You may abandon your own body, but you must preserve your honor, your spirit open and unconstricted. Look at things from a high point of view. It is difficult to understand the universe if you only study one planet. Resentment and complaint are appropriate neither for oneself or others. If there isn't discipline, how can there be a true realization of an ideal? The path that leads to truth is littered with bodies of the ignorant.
¿Podemos hacer las cosas por las buenas o por las malas, hermano?
Por las malas.
El que tenga miedo a morir que no nazca. Dinero, puta, chipetiaca, bebecita que te toque.
Tus hijos no son tus hijos, son hijos e hijas de la vida deseosa de sí misma. No nacen de ti, sino a través de ti, y aunque están contigo, no te pertenecen. Puedes darles tu amor, pero no tus pensamientos, porque ellos tienen sus propios pensamientos. Puedes abrigar sus cuerpos, pero no sus almas, pues ellas habitan la casa del mañana que no puedes visitar ni siquiera en sueños. Puedes esforzarte en ser como ellos, pero no procures hacerlos semejantes a ti, porque la vida no retrocede ni se detiene en el ayer. Eres el arco del cual tus hijos como flechas vivas son lanzados. Deja que la inclinación en tu mano de arquero sea para la felicidad.